A few days ago, Gina Carano, with the backing of Elon Musk, announced that she's going to be suing Disney for wrongful termination and for basically just trying to piss all over her reputation. I, for one, fully support her doing this. Disney is no longer the family brand, has become a literal tyranny, if you could even call it that. It's run by a bunch of lunatics who subscribe to some of the most disturbing mental disease possible. You had Kathleen Kennedy and them literally trying to literally destroy this woman's reputation, saying now she had to go on some Zoom call with other LGBTQ people to listen to them lambast she for 20 minutes, and she wasn't doing it, and I rightfully agree with her. Nothing Gina Carano has ever said was hateful or anything like that, but these people are just sick. And speaking of sick individuals who not only expose that they don't know anything about Gina Carano, they just have so much hot air blown up their tailpipe that they just come out and expose their own crap without even attempting to pretend that they know better. Get into this article here from Fandom Pulse. And I have a few more to deal with in regards to some other lunatics, but okay, let's get into this. Marvel Comics writer Fabian Nicieza, I hope I pronounced that correctly, claims Gina Carano deserves her blacklisting and tells fans to stick a comic up your butt. Yes, that sounds like a very well-adjusted individual. Very, very well-adjusted. Person sounds extremely correct in their head. Like many Marvel Comics writers, Deadpool co-creator Fabian, I'm going to say Fabian from now on, has suffered Trump derangement to a point where he's lost the plot and been at odds with comic book fans. On X yesterday, he argued with a fan of his who, like most who love Marvel and Star Wars, is a fan of the Mandalorian actress Gina Carano. Instead of listening to the fan, Fabian decided to lambast him about how he thinks people who disagree with him politically shouldn't be allowed to work in the arts. I mean, it's like, it was building for a while, but then when Trump showed up, these people just lost their shit. And like they never got it back. Just gone. We talk about how Gina Carano announced that she's going to be filing a lawsuit with Elon Musk. The lawsuit is based on several tweets she made questioning draconian COVID-19 government policies and making her political affiliation clear, which many in the entertainment business are afraid to do because of the blacklisting and smearing involved in coming out against the Democrat establishment. Conservatives in movies, TV, and comics are often treated as Jews were in Nazi Germany. If there weren't still protection in U.S., and maybe these gatekeepers in their businesses wouldn't hesitate to kill their opposition or put them in the concentration camps. The thing about it is, it's a little extreme, but the thing about it is, what fuels a lot of these people are not just their political beliefs, not just following the crowd, it's fear. They are literally afraid of being blacklisted, terminated, everything. And that should never be any kind of way to run any business. When you're telling me that people have to sit around living in absolute terror of the fact that you could turn on them for even thinking something, saying something, breathing something that you don't want them to. What kind of environment are you running? So many people have been blacklisted from comics because these lunatics have found an outlet. They just make noise about everything, and these corporations lead them to believe they actually have power when not. Look at what's happening to Disney. They're losing billions of dollars because they no longer care about their fans and then they're listening to these lunatics online. And this is what is destroying them. So on. Fabian took to X to voice his disdain over conservatives working in the arts in an argument with comic fan and YouTuber John Longbox. Like usual with Marvel Comics professionals, Fabian lambasted his fan and personally attacked him rather than having a civil discussion or whether someone like Gina Carano should be blacklisted over politics. Ironically, Fabian was recently on John Longbox's YouTube channel for an interview. Yeah, well, that's where it is. Go. John Longbox is a channel dedicated to comic book reviews and interviews. He interviews creators both left and right to pitch their books and is a genuine avid comic book fan. However, that didn't stop the Marvel Comics writer from going over the line, demonstrating professionals' typical entitled attitude towards their readers. Yeah, these people walk around like, you know what, they're the bee's knees. That everything they do is so fantastic, and you're supposed to love them. And any fan who says they don't like something, it'll literally tear into you. Such disgusting behavior, it's not even funny anymore. John Longbox commented on Fabian post attacking Gina Carano, asking, I don't follow Star Wars. What exactly did she say that was so bad? Now listen to this pattern. Fabian demonstrated his derangement with anyone who disagrees with him. Listen, this is how he started off. I didn't pay much attention. I think it was anti-vax, anti-LGBTQ stuff, but I was pretty indifferent to that noise. I don't think Disney fired her. They chose not to renew the option for a contract, and I care more about the lawyer's BS than hers. So he starts off saying he doesn't know what Gina Carano did. He does not know what Gina Carano did. And this is true for a lot of people who tend to attack her and side against her. They don't know what Gina Carano did. They say this, they don't want to say they think it was anti this, they think it was that, they think she's a racist. That when they come out and say, but they cannot point to anything that is actually true as to what has happened. Then he follows some people say that, you know, he don't really care about what happened with Gina Carano. He has a problem with what the lawyer said. The lawyer has a case that they have to fight against Gina Carano, and what they have put out is the facts in regards to that. I don't see why you would have a problem with that, but that's what he says. Continues on. It's interesting how the Marvel Comics writer pretends he didn't pay attention, but then goes into detail as to why he believes Gina Carano deserved a blacklisting, because it's just stupid. As usual, it's mental gymnastics to state why someone can't do an acting job because of her views on government policies. It's typical fare from Marvel Comics writers over the last several years. So John Longbox replied, so you don't know what she said, but you think she got what she deserved. This points out Fabian hypocrisy and how it's about who you are, and not the merits of what you do for blacklisting, firing. It points out the problem with identity politics as a whole. Exactly. You said in here very clearly, so you don't know what she did, or you don't know what she said, but you think she deserved you think she got what she deserved. So you don't know what this person said. You have no idea what this person views are, what they said, anything like that. But because some people tell you this is wrong, you believe she got what she deserved. And you don't think that is somehow wrong mentally at all? But no. According to him, it's not. It's perfectly fine. Fabian replied by attacking his fan and a long-time comic reader instead of acting in good faith. He cried, John, go stick a comic up your butt, preferably a Treasury edition. I knew you were baiting debate, but I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Disney thought whatever she said warranted a preference not to be associated with her. So my opinion isn't even part of the equation. And the lawyer is babbling about free speech rights, and that's what my tweet is referring to. his BS on the subject and the constant misinterpretation of what the First Amendment means. Okay, so this is actually something that's happened to me. When you try to have a civil conversation with people, and they make up what they say, well, this doesn't really matter to what you said in there, that they get very, very angry. Out the door. It's like some kind of switch just flips and that's it. All the man said is, so you don't know what she said, but you agree that she got what she deserved. And he just goes up and says to the man, you know what? Stick a comic up your butt. How does anything here sound like some of the words of a rational human being? How? Because somebody dared to question your insane views. And keeping it right, that is exactly what they are, insane views. Because somebody tell you this woman deserves what she got. That's it, that's good enough for you. You then go on to say that, Disney thought that whatever she said warranted our preference not to be associated with her. This is the same company that is notorious right now for just destroying people for not following along with them. But no, they did that. Okay, fine. If that thing is Disney business, all right. Then you go on to say about how, and the lawyer babbling about free speech. The woman has the right, like I say again, free speech is free speech. If Gina Carano had gone online and called for people to pick up arms and storm Disney, shooting everybody in sight, that's a problem. If you shout fire in a crowded theater and people get trampled to death running out, that's a problem. If you go and slander people without any kind of reference to it and do that, that's a problem. But when you have when you say things that are your right to say, and she came out and said, you know what, a historical fact about what happened with the Nazis, how is that a problem? It's a historical fact. When she says, when she calls and says, you know what, she's not going to be bullied into putting pronouns in her bio. How is that a problem? That's her right. It's my right. I'm not going to do it. But no, that's a problem. So you decided the best thing to do is to attack this guy for simply asking a question that you were not prepared to answer. This is somehow supposed to be the behavior of a rational thinking human being. That's it. Supposed to be a rational thinking human being. Now, while this might be, this is the tweet here, John was like a comic up your butt, right? This is his behavior. It's not the only one. When Gina Carano announced that she's going to be filing a lawsuit against Disney, the crazies came out in mass. And here's some of the info that was gathered. I want to say a thank you to Master of the TDS for gathering this year, and he have it out. This is what some people have to say in regards to Gina Carano and Elon Musk teaming up to sue Disney. This is one here. Nazis of a feather got to stick together. It's one. She and Elmo deserve each other, two racist dipshits. Next one. LMAO suing Disney over something her ass said. F her. What the hell? Next one. But I thought Disney was too woke. I guess Ben Shapiro Music Company isn't working out like she thought it would. Get bent, Gina. Ay. Like what, right-wingers doing stupid shit. And there's more. Go on here and they continue. What does she think will happen if she wins? And one, maybe be a better person, you wouldn't be in this. Okay, maybe be a better person, you wouldn't be in the situation you are now. You chose to be ignorant and make harmful statements if you can handle the consequences of your action, that's on you and no one else. What harmful situation did she say? Nothing. But this is it, and they just keep going on and on and on and on and on. And this is it. This is the kind of behavior of these individuals. Gina Carano, and now she's going to be suing Disney for literally literally firing and then going out to try and destroy her reputation, because these knuckleheads will jump on anything. You understand me? And yet no, I'm just telling somebody to go stick a comic up their butt. Because why? You don't know why Gina, you don't know what Gina Carano said, you don't know why she was fired, but you believe she got what she deserved because somebody tell you that. Clearly, all of these people need so much help, and there's only so much mental help that could be given. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.